Stay with us, this gets deeper. Cleopatra. The name conjures images of exotic beauty, cunning political maneuvering, and tragic romance. But how much of what we think we know about Cleopatra is actually true? How many of the stories are nothing more than myth? For centuries, she has been portrayed in countless ways, from Shakespeare's tragic queen to Hollywood's glamorous seductress. But beyond the legends, who is the real Cleopatra? Today, we're diving into the historical record to separate fact from fiction. One of the most pervasive myths about Cleopatra is her ethnicity. Popular culture often depicts her as being of African descent. However, Cleopatra was actually Greek. She was a descendant of Ptolemy Soter, one of Alexander the Great's generals, who established the Ptolemaic dynasty in Egypt. While she was born and ruled in Egypt, her ancestry was Macedonian Greek. Another common misconception is Cleopatra's beauty. While she was undoubtedly charismatic and intelligent, historical sources suggest her attractiveness was not her defining feature. Ancient writers like Plutarch emphasized her intellect, her captivating voice, but here's what they never wanted you to know: and her ability to speak multiple languages. It was her charm and diplomatic skills, not necessarily her physical appearance, that won her allies and influenced powerful men like Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. The myth of Cleopatra as a purely seductive figure also needs to be challenged. She was not simply a femme fatale using her beauty to manipulate men. Cleopatra was a highly educated and astute ruler who faced immense political challenges. She understood the importance of maintaining Egypt's independence in a stay with us, this gets deeper. World dominated by Rome. Her alliances with Caesar and Antony were strategic moves to protect her kingdom and secure its future. These choices were driven by political pragmatism as much as any personal feelings. The story of Cleopatra's death is also shrouded in myth. We often hear about her dramatic suicide by an asp bite. While it is true that she died by suicide after Antony's defeat, the exact cause of her death remains a subject of debate among historians. Some believe the asp story, while others suggest she may have used poison. Regardless of the method, her death marked the end of the Ptolemaic dynasty and the beginning of Roman rule in Egypt. So, what have we learned? Cleopatra was not simply a beautiful seductress of African descent. She was a Greek queen, a brilliant strategist, and a survivor in a turbulent world. Her story is a complex one, filled with political intrigue, personal ambition, and ultimately, tragedy. By separating fact from fiction, we can gain a deeper understanding of this fascinating historical figure and appreciate her true legacy. The myths surrounding Cleopatra have persisted for centuries, shaping our perception of her and her place in history. But by looking at the historical evidence, we can begin to uncover the truth about this remarkable woman and her extraordinary life. She was a queen who deserves to be remembered for more than just her beauty and her love affairs. She was a ruler, a diplomat, and a force to be reckoned with. That is the real Cleopatra. Subscribe to Punna Afrik for more African history and wealth wisdom. Follow for more untold African stories.